Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I am back with another video for you all. And in this video, we're just going to be talking about how to love yourself. I would say that it seems like this has nothing to do with manifestation, but it has everything to do with manifestation, because how you feel about yourself is how you expect in the world. It's how you accept, it's how you assume, it's where your beliefs and assumptions and your self-concept all stem from, how you feel about you. And especially when it comes to love, when it comes to really manifesting anything, a lot of times we are looking to manifest things to give us a reason to love ourselves, but that's starting everything backwards. So we're gonna talk about that. Hello, Ty. Hi, Christina. Hi, Nurse Kenya. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Monica. All right, guys, I have some notes here. So let's talk about it. First things first is to stop conditioning your love on something outside of you, or really actually stop conditioning it on anything, okay? Because what's happening is that you are saying, let's say you're saying, oh, I'll love myself when I get, I don't know, my doctorate degree. And until I get there, I'm not worthy to be loved. I haven't earned love, right? But then you get there and you're like, oh, I'm still not worthy, because the assumption that you're coming from is I don't love myself. And this is what we've been talking about with manifestation. The assumption that you're coming from a lot of times is the opposite of what it is that you want to manifest, right? The assumption that you're beginning with before you shift in that. And so looking for evidence of an assumption that you haven't taken on yet is the reason why you're looking in the 3D and continuing not to see it, okay? So loving yourself, how we've been taught since we were born, by our parents, by our teachers, by our friends, by our peers, depending on how old you are, by social media, that our love can be earned by our appearance, by our accomplishments, by our money and our success, right? By having a certain type of person or dating a certain type of person. Even being nice and being a people pleaser and being available to everyone at all times. There's all these conditions that we have before we are acceptable and lovable. And the big illusion here, you guys, is that there is anything outside of you that can make you love yourself, okay? There's nothing, everything that you're looking for is so that you can feel better about yourself. Okay, but there's nothing out there that can make you love yourself. You loving yourself is actually a decision. And it has to be decided based off of nothing. It can't be decided based off of this or that, because when this or that changes, now you're questioning, oh, I guess I don't love myself. My, handsome boyfriend left me. I guess I'm not lovable anymore. I guess I don't love myself. My high paying job, I got fired. I guess I'm not lovable, or I don't deserve love anymore. I had babies and I don't look the same anymore. I guess I'm not lovable anymore. I was only lovable when I looked a certain way. But loving yourself, just the same way that you love your children, the same way that you love your friends, the same way that hopefully you love your spouse, is not based off of a condition of perfection. It's not based off of accomplishment. It just is what it is. But the difference is that we have been heavily trained away from loving ourselves. There is nothing in mainstream media that's going to tell you, hey, you're good enough how you are. Because if you're good enough how you are, then you don't need to buy their product, right? So number one, the first thing to do when you want to love yourself is stop conditioning the love on something else. Stop conditioning it on anything. And just choose to love yourself. It is a choice, okay? It is a choice. All right. Next, stop negative talk. Okay? Stop negative self-talk. This is the first thing when it comes to loving yourself as well. All right? Once again, even as a joke, you guys, even as a joke, yourself is listening. Just like, hopefully, you wouldn't say to your daughter passing by, you're the ugliest out of your friend group, even as a joke. You just wouldn't say that. That's not something that you would speak over your daughter. Why is it okay for you to speak that over yourself? Okay? And this, like, this is, once again, it's programming. It's how we're used to talking. It's how we're used to hearing people talk about themselves. If someone talks about themselves and says, I'm amazing at what I do, and I'm smart, and I'm accomplished, and I look pretty today, and I feel good, people will be like, oh, you think you're all that. Oh, you're conceited. Oh, you're this and you're that. But if you go in and say, oh, this old outfit, oh, well, you know, I just got it from the Goodwill, and, you know, I'm not good, and, you know, I'm okay. Then they're like, oh yeah, look how humble she is. Look how humble she is. She doesn't even know that she's so sweet. She doesn't even know that she's so beautiful. Wow. Like, it's celebrated to be weak-minded. It's celebrated to be down on yourself. And it's looked down on to be up on yourself, which is, side note, kind of goes back to being unconditional. Stop giving a fuck what people have to say about you or what people think. Some people will down themselves just so that people think that they're a good person or a nice person, even though they know they look good, even though they know they're killing it in what they would. But I gotta make myself small so that, you know, these people, they feel comfortable. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable with me being comfortable with myself. Okay? Fuck that. All right? Stop talking negative to yourself. And this by itself should be your homework. If you're someone who's like, I don't like myself, I hate myself, this is where you need to start. It sounds so simple, but it takes practice. It takes intention. It takes being mindful and watchful of your thoughts and not letting them just go because you're used to letting them go. Okay? Stop negative self-talk, even if you're joking. It's not doing anything for you. And if there are people around you that feel better with you talking down to yourself, they're already fucked up. Okay? That's not the person that you want to be gauging your quality of self. All right? All right. Now, as you're stopping the negative self-talk, you're going to begin the positive self-talk. Okay? You're going to begin to, I'm telling y'all, lie to yourself. I don't care. If you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm going to say I'm ugly because that's what I feel. I mean, okay, but that's not helping you. You have to look in the mirror feeling ugly and say, I'm beautiful. I'm getting more beautiful by the day. I'm getting more beautiful by the moment. You have to be able to do that. You cannot just keep going, well, I felt ugly my whole life, so I'm just going to continue to feel ugly. Like, is that the solution? At some point, it has to shift, y'all. And we keep thinking that, oh, yeah, I know. I'll just listen to these subliminals. Oh, yeah, the subliminals are going to make me pretty. And then I can love myself once I'm pretty. But that's something that you keep chasing. Oh, well, I used the subliminal to fix my nose. But now, what about my eyes? And okay, now I'm using the subliminal to fix my eyes. But I'm still not pretty. I still don't love myself when I look in the mirror. I know what I need, an angel skull. Yeah, whatever that is. I don't even know what the fuck that is, but that's what I need. Oh, I got the angel skull. You know what I need? The full desired appearance. That's what I need. What you need is to decide that you fuck with yourself. You need to decide that you're beautiful. You can't keep seeking it outside of yourself and think you're gonna find beauty. That's the lie. That's the illusion. The beauty is not even really in your appearance because beauty is subjective. Beauty is subjective. Beauty is different to every single person on the planet. So you keep chasing this thing that literally doesn't exist. And you keep looking at yourself like, damn, I'm not there yet, because that's the way that you relate to yourself. I'm not there yet. I'm not good enough yet. I'm not pretty enough yet. Then you're comparing yourself. I don't care who the baddest bitch in the whole world is. It's somebody badder than her. And it's always going to be somebody badder than her by somebody's standards. And it's not even like the people who are seen as the most attractive, a lot of times are not even people that are just like mind-blowingly beautiful. A lot of times it's like average beauty with extra extraordinary confidence, extra extraordinary self-concept. They look at themselves and feel like, I'm the best thing walking. I'm the best thing breathing, right? I'm the prettiest chocolate nigga alive. That's what the baby would say. But the baby is like 4'5". Doesn't matter. He said, I'm the prettiest chocolate nigga alive. And so he had people sweating him. All right? If the baby was like, well, I'm all right. You know, I got a nice looking face, but I'm 4'5", so girls aren't going to really like me. And I'm the cutest 4'5" guy in the world. He wouldn't even be a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you decide that you're the most beautiful thing walking earth, that you're the most attractive thing walking earth right now. Not, oh yeah, for sure, once I do these things. Right now, decide it right now. Decide it right now with sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. Decide that, yep, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10. That's me. Okay? All right, begin the positive self-talk and make it your intention to love yourself. This is the thing, you guys. If we say, oh, you know, there's this guy that I like, but he doesn't give me the time of day. Pretty much everyone here would say, oh no, assume that he does. And yeah, he will. And you could totally change that, right? But I say, oh, hey, you should love yourself. How? I don't know how to do that. I don't even know where to begin. You think it's easier to change someone whose brain you're not in mind about you than it is to change your mind about you. Thank you so much. I can't see who that is there. It looks like, is that Karen? I can't see who that is, but thank you for the super chat. Look, y'all, this is what I'm telling y'all. If you look at loving yourself like it is the bane of your existence, ew, love myself. No, I don't have time for that. That's impossible. But it's possible for me to get this person across the country to love me. It's too much for me to do, but they got me though. All right. Make it your intention. Just like anything else, any other desire that comes up to you, you just make it your intention. If you don't know how, you figure out how. Because the way to loving yourself is different for everybody. That's why I can't sit here and say, hey, oh, you know what you need to do is make yourself a self-care Sunday and take a bath with rose petals and drink you some Moscato, and a couple weeks you go love yourself. You know what I'm saying? For some, I could tell you, oh, you know, you just need some new clothes, girl. Put you on some new clothes and feel yourself and just love yourself in the mirror. That's going to make you love yourself. For everyone, it's different. But it needs to be your intention. And it needs to be your genuine intention. A lot of people on the SP journey have ventured into loving themselves because that's what people keep telling them to do. But it's inauthentic. They loving themselves the way a man takes a woman on a date when he wants to sleep with her. It's like, all right, self-concept. Okay, love myself. All right. Is this boy loving me yet? Oh, well, then this is all for nothing. Loving myself and cherishing who I am, cherishing the avatar that I'm going to be in for my whole earth experience is for nothing because I don't get the reflection in this person immediately. I don't care if a dude is taking you in a helicopter ride. If you know the only reason he's even doing that is because he wants to sleep with you, it doesn't mean as much. I'm not saying some of y'all won't go, but it doesn't mean as much. Okay? It doesn't penetrate. Make it your genuine intention to love yourself. Make it your genuine intention. Make it really what it's about for you. Okay? When you make it your genuine intention to love yourself, all the ways are going to open up to you. Okay? All right. Now, some of us don't know how to love ourselves and how to cherish ourselves and things like that. Some of us have never had the example, right? Maybe your parents were shitty, or all your relationships have been shitty, or all the people in your life have been shitty, right? And how do you go about it? Well, you model it after how you love and treat others that you love, even if it's just your pet. How do you love and treat others that you love? How, if it's your little sister and she needs you, are you gonna be like, I don't really feel like it right now? Like, yeah, I see her crying and upset, but whatever. If it's your best friend and she's in the mirror like, I look terrible, I look so ugly, are you gonna be like, yeah, girl, I've been telling you. Like, I've been telling you to get in the gym. Like, look at you, bro. Yeah, you're right. I don't even know why I'm looking at you. I'm disgusted. No. If it was your man, right, and he's having a bad day, are you gonna tell him, oh, get out of my sight, get out of my face, you're ruining my vibe? Like, I don't have time. Come back to me when you're happy again. Come back to me when you're whole. When you have something to give to me, then come back to me. And some of y'all do love your man like that or your girl like that, and that's why your relationship fucked up. When you love somebody, when someone who is near and dear to you, like your child or your mom or your pet or your significant other, how do you love them? How do you meet their needs? What is your standard for them? Is what's okay for you okay for them? Is what's okay for you okay for them? Is the type of guys that you date, is that what you wish for your daughter? Because let me tell you, you're setting an example. She's watching, because your daughter doesn't look at you and say, wow, my mommy has a poor self-concept, right? She looks at you and says, she's everything. She's amazing. So if that's how men treat her, that must just be what love is. If men are supposed to be, in and out and in and out and in and out, and only, it doesn't seem like they're supposed to love her, or cherish her, or take care of her. It seems like she's supposed to take care of them. I guess that's what love is, right? Sorry about the noise, y'all. Model how you treat yourself and your standards off of how you treat others and the standards for them, for the people that you love. I always say your child because those of you who have children, that's the greatest love that you experience, right? There's no way that if you looking on babysitters.com and the babysitter has 2 stars and they like, yeah, this babysitter be spilling oatmeal all over my babies, you're not gonna be like, yeah, well, let's sign her up. Well, it's all right. She done spilled oatmeal on herself a couple times. What's a few more times? Well, they giving me a 10% discount, so, it's cool. No, you want the absolute best for your baby. Why not for you? And it's because you've not been taught how to do that. Okay? You've not been taught how to do that. But let me tell you this, y'all. It's time for you to stop blaming it on people. It's time for you to stop saying, well, I was never taught to love myself because my mom did this, because my dad didn't do this, because my man and my exes, they did this. Okay? You are the captain of your ship. Stop letting them drive. Stop letting them drive. At some point, you have to acknowledge that and decide, but I'm going to make it different for me. I'm going to make it different for me. I'm not going to wait on them to have an epiphany and wake up and decide like, oh, I'm so sorry. And oh, I love you, and give you all the validation that you need. What it's teaching you is to validate yourself. It's teaching you to validate yourself. All right. Last but not least, and I'm going to read your comments. And we are manifesting for this thing to shut the fuck up. Last but not least is to accept yourself the way you are. Accept yourself the way you are. Okay? This goes back, it ties in with point number 1. Okay? Stop making it a condition to accept yourself. Even if you're at the point to where you're like, I'm so horrible, I'm so terrible, I can't accept myself. Accept that you can't accept yourself. Accept that you can't accept yourself. I can't accept that I can't accept myself. Well, accept that you can't accept yourself then. But start inviting in acceptance wherever you are. Wherever you are. Okay? Start accepting yourself that, you know what? Right now, no matter what I have or what I've done, I'm good enough to receive love. I'm good enough to give myself love. I'm good enough to have love. I'm good enough to hold love. I'm good enough to be loved by myself and others. Right now, the way that I am. Not when I do this, not when I look like that, not when I have that, not when he says this or when she says that or when the person comes back or when. No, now, right now, on this video, I'm going to make it my intention to love myself, because loving myself is the doorway to every single thing else that I want effortlessly. Effortlessly. Loving yourself is like being a magnet. It draws things to you. It draws all the things that you want to you. All right. So just really quick, I'm going to go back through all of those. Number 1, be unconditional. Stop conditioning your love on outside things and choose. It is a choice, just like happiness, y'all. Okay? People think that happiness is something that you acquire one day. It's something that you can get when you finally get that promotion or finally take that vacation or finally get that person. It's something that you choose, whether you on vacation or at home. Because this is the thing, y'all. There's always going to be something that you can complain about and be unhappy about. There's always going to be something. You think right now that all the billionaires are happy? No. There's a billionaire right now who's pissed. His yacht party got canceled because it's storming today. So he has to spend his day inside his mansion. Oh, he can't take it. He's pissed. All right? There's somebody today who got a bowl of rice and they are over the fucking moon about it. Oh my God. Rice. Amazing. There will always be something to complain about, and there will always be something to be grateful about. Okay? There will always be something to not like in yourself, and there will always be something to appreciate in yourself. Which way are you trending? Which way are you practicing? That's what's showing up. That's what's showing up. Be unconditional in loving yourself. Okay? Stop the negative self-talk, even jokingly. Stop talking down to yourself. Stop trying to make other people comfortable by making yourself small or making yourself the butt of the joke. Stop trying to beat people to the punch. No, they won't call me ugly. I'll call myself ugly first. They won't call me weird and awkward. I'll call myself weird and awkward first. Stop talking down to yourself. You're perfect. Start talking positively to yourself. Start talking positively to yourself. on purpose. It doesn't just happen. No, if you've been looking in the mirror for fucking 30 years and hating and breaking down every part of you for 30 years, you're not just gonna listen to this conversation and say, wow, Olivia was right, and go in the mirror and start loving yourself. You have to be intentional about that. You have to say, you know what? I'm not gonna say the thing that's coming right up to my mind right now. I'm gonna choose a better thought. I'm not gonna say what my mom's been telling me just because she's been telling me that. I'm gonna choose a better thought. I'm not gonna say what I really feel. I'm gonna say what I'm choosing to feel. What's the better feeling? What would I prefer? How would I prefer to feel when I look in the mirror? And I'm gonna start practicing saying that. Be intentional about loving yourself. Make it your intention. Wake up and make it your intention. Get off this video and make it your intention to love yourself every single day. How can I be more loving to myself? Just by a little bit today. Sometimes it's something simple, like going to the store to get something that you need. Maybe you're feeling a little nauseous and you're like, damn, I want some ginger ale, but I don't feel like going to the store. I'm not going to the store. But if it was your baby and when they were like, mommy, my tummy hurts, you gonna go to the store. If it was your man and his tummy don't even hurt. He just like, I'm thirsty, I want some, you gonna go to the store. Why for you, it's just like, meh, oh well. Nah, right? Why? Make it your intention. Model how you treat yourself and the standards you have for yourself off of how you treat others or how you expect the people that you love to be treated. The standard you have for them. Model that for yourself. Ask yourself when you're accepting treatment, when you're letting somebody talk to you crazy, when you're letting somebody treat you crazy, when you let somebody disrespect you, when you're pining after somebody who doesn't do absolutely shit for you and never has. Is this good enough for my daughter? Is this good enough for my best friend? Then why is it good enough for me? And last but not least, accept yourself. Accept yourself. Okay? Accept yourself the way that you are. Not once I do this and be that and get that. Right now, today. Okay? Okay. All right, hello everyone. I'm trying to see y'all's comments. Can you make a living as the highest version of yourself video or live? I'm about to make a video like that, Ashley, actually. Okay. How to revise as soon as you check the 3D or catch yourself checking. Can you give examples? You can just say, no, it wasn't. It wasn't like this. It was like that. It was like this. You can re-see it. That's all revision is, you guys. Is just saying, no, actually it went like this. Or re-seeing it go the way that you want it to go. Okay? Not petite ass. Okay, you're hilarious. Ah! Let's see. Can you give an example? Oh, this is the one I was, that I just answered. For example, when you check your bank account. So you would just you would just literally go back to the moment mentally and envisioning and see your bank account the way that you wanted it to be. See what you wanted to see. Okay. Define love in terms of your definition. That's a really good question. Because to be honest, you guys, I really feel like love is beyond words. Let me see, how can I say it? It's like a mixture of deep appreciation, deep unconditional appreciation, and acceptance. Celebration. Is that a fucking plane? That shit sound crazy as hell. Oh, anyways. Yes. Just looking for questions, guys. All right. I've had trouble in the past validating myself because I don't trust my own judgment. Who am I to say I'm good enough when I can't even choose good choices for myself? Oh, old belief. Yes, it is. And here's the thing. I love this because this is one of the main spells on us as humans, right? We're all under spells, guys. For you to be in this body, you're under a spell, okay? So that is the biggest one. Who am I, right? They said they wanted to hide the secret to life, and they're like, put it in the book. And they're like, no, they'll look there. And they're like, put it in the ocean. No, they'll look there. Put it on the highest mountain. They'll look there. They said, put it in themselves. They'll never look there. Who are you? You are everything. And this is why that belief and that foundational understanding that you are the conditioner, okay? You are the one that conditions not only reality, but yourself. When you sit here and say, I'm such a bad manifester, who's saying that? Who is telling you that, bruh? Who? Did God come through the clouds and was like, yo, hey, yo, you down there? You're a bad manifester. Like, no, you fixed your mouth to say that. You put a stamp on it in your mind and said, yeah, yeah, I just can't do these things. I'm just sad all the time. Who says that? I just can't control my mind. Who says that? You saying that. You're conditioning the unconditioned at every moment with every word. Oh. Y'all, I be pushing up this thing and it put, like, I can put photos back here and all kinds of things. Okay. Now people think I'm being boring because I correct everyone calling themselves ugly and broke for jokes. Yeah, you're so boring for uplifting people. I was about to say dummies, but they know not what they do, you know. All right, can you suggest if there's so much negativity in and around how to shift the vibration, especially when one is depressed? Stop claiming that. At some point, you guys, this is the thing. First of all, what's going on around you can't be a factor, okay? Listen to me, y'all. It just can't be a factor. Life is gonna life. Life is gonna do what it's gonna do. The world of Maya, the illusion is gonna illusion, okay? Because that's what it's gonna do. So first thing you do is stop deciding based off of over there. Well, over there is happening, so I feel like this. No. How do you want to feel? The same thing with being depressed, right? And some people might say, well, I'm depressed and I have this and I have that, so it's impossible for me. And okay then, all right? Some people say, damn, I got in an accident, I'm paralyzed. Well, that's it, I'll never walk again. And then that's the truth for them. And there's some people that say, fuck that, I'm walking again. And then that's the truth for them. You get to decide whether you're gonna lay down to your circumstance, whether it's internal or external, or you're gonna stand up to your circumstance. Nobody else can decide it for you. I'm gonna say this, and I'm just being real. People who are stuck in depression are stuck in victim mentality. They're stuck in life is happening to me. I'm powerless. The past, this and that. Everything sucks around me. And you have to come out of that. Even this, right, might trigger you. How dare you say that? How dare you say that this is my fault or it has anything to do with me? If you, like, this is the thing, y'all. People want to say, oh my God, I was thinking about butterflies and then I seen a butterfly. Oh my God, I'm manifesting. But they don't want to say, man, I've been thinking bullshit, self-depreciating thoughts for my whole life and now I'm depressed. But those things have nothing to do with each other. That's somebody else's fault. We only want to take credit for the beautiful and sparkly manifestations and not the ugly ones. And that's why you can't change the ugly ones. Because as long as you say that the ugly ones is somebody else's doing, then somebody else got to come and fix it for you. And they're busy. They're busy dealing with their own shit. So at some point, we have to come out of life is happening to me. This is done to me, and there's nothing I can do. Pick a side. Are you a victim or are you a victor? Are you the operant power or are you a muggle? Which one are you? And then move in that. Today I went to work, even though I felt sick. I felt bad leaving early, but I decided that this does not affect their view of me. In fact, they admire me for making the best choice for me. Yes, they do, because we said so, period. Period. Yes, ineffable, I love that. Hey, Summer. If you know that you want it all, does the subconscious know exactly what you want, or should we feed it everything that we want? The thought is so overwhelming. Let me tell you that it knows, okay? It knows. This is the thing too, you guys, is that what you really want is an experience. It's a feeling within, okay? Like you might say, I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. That's all I want is a boyfriend. But if the boyfriend ain't shit, if the boyfriend is mean to you all the time, if the boyfriend don't do nothing nice for you, then what's the point of having a boyfriend? If he comes and brings drama and pain into your life, then what's the point? Right? But when you say, I want to be loved so deeply, I want my mind to be blown with how deeply and amazingly I'm loved. Then the universe can deliver that in the perfect form. When it comes to my SP, you guys, my fiance, excuse me, I need to get used to saying that. My fiance, he is everything and more that I could have asked for. Everything and more, okay? Thank you, Lisa. Everything and more. And it wasn't even anything that I tried to manifest. When I met him, I was in a place of, I don't want to date anybody really ever again. Because I was coming out of such a bad relationship. But when I met him, it was like every little prayer that I had ever had in a relationship out of unfulfillment, out of, damn, why can't they do this? And I wish he would do that. And one day I would love to be with somebody like this. All the silent prayers I'd ever prayed, all the hopes and the wishes that I'd wanted are in him and more. Like the list just keeps going. We would be here all day if I told you all the incredible things that he does that I specifically wanted and things I didn't even know that I wanted or even thought was possible. One of them is him being spiritual. And he's not someone, like he's getting more into spirituality lately. But to be honest, you guys, back at the time when we met, there wasn't a lot of Black guys that were spiritual. And if they were, it was like the, grand rising queen and, the white man is holding us down, and no shade to them, but that wasn't exactly my type. And so when I was at, how I figured that out was him suggesting to somebody at our job, he was like, have you ever heard of Headspace? You should meditate. And my head, I was like, what did he just say? What does he know about meditating? What does he know about meditation? He's into spirituality but he's not like that kind, he's not that grand rising queen type of guy. I'd never seen it before, ever. Now it's more, it's more prevalent now, but I'd never seen it before. All the things that I wanted, down to where he's from, was an intention, but then I got all the things more. Because why? Because what I wanted was already known. What I wanted was already known. So no, you don't have, and this is a debatable thing in manifesting. It's no, you have to be super specific. You have to say exactly what you want. And you can, but I do believe that what we want, what would delight us is known already. Mama K. I would come to your church live. Maybe you need a metaphysical church. Y'all be watching Rev Ike. I'm like, maybe I'm supposed to be the next Rev Ike. I would get a whole bunch of Rolls Royces. Oh my gosh. By the way, you guys, oh, I didn't even tell y'all. I'm on a 30-day video challenge. So I'm gonna be posting every day for 30 days between a live here, a live for my members, live for, or a video for TikTok, however. So stay tuned. And this video is actually brought to you guys by one of my Patreon members at the Godstate Remembrance, because I gave them first dibs over what topics they want me to cover. And someone said, you know, self-love. A couple people said self-love. And I see this question a lot because y'all know I preach this heavily. So yeah, thank you to them. Also, the God level manifesting, if you guys are ready to get into your God state and manifest from your God state, let me tell you, when I have God state courses, this is the course to end all courses. Okay. Like the God state courses are so that you don't need to learn how to manifest anything else, so that you become one with the part of you, not even become one, because you are, realize the oneness, realize yourself as the creator, and act as that. So I'd love to have you guys in that as well. There's info in the description for that. All right, I'm still looking for your questions. Am I planning my wedding yet? Not really. It's so funny because like, this is the thing, you guys, like I have been going nonstop, which is part of the reason why I haven't been as like present on here. But I've been like traveling and going here and going there. I was just in Florida. So we haven't even had time to like sit, like we haven't even had time to sit as fiancés with each other. But we were talking about this the other day. We're like, we need to start like actually doing that. But yeah, it's in the works. How do I affirm to get a good exam result for something I didn't study? Just affirm that you passed. Okay. The part you're saying about people struggling with depression, it makes me sad that people will struggle 10 for 20 years with that alongside a therapist and never find any relief. Yeah. It is sad, you guys. And I don't mean, like, this is the thing, y'all, when I'm telling y'all some real shit, it's not to be insensitive, it's to keep it real with you. Because I'm sorry, you guys, I'm not gonna see any one of you guys as a victim. I'm not gonna see you and say, oh no, oh my gosh, life is so unfair for you and you are just the one that can't be redeemed. You're the one that just has to suffer. No, I see the God in you. I see that you already have the ability to come above that. You already came above that. And that's the only thing that I can give attention to. I'm not here to hear about how bad it sucks. That's the next channel over, okay? It don't matter to me how bad it sucks. And here's the thing, it can't matter to you how bad it sucks. And if it's gonna matter, let it matter so much that you change. I'm glad, Mama K. Yes. Nah, you started church on moving to Atlanta. That's so funny. All right. There has to be a balance between traditional mental health care and self-concept manifesting. I believe that 100% too. And this is the thing. Sometimes people will tell me like, wow, one session with you was better than 15 years of therapy. And here's the thing. First of all, let me say this. There is no shade to therapy because there are certain people in certain circumstances that need therapy. Therapy helps people, okay? But it can keep you stuck because if every week you're coming and saying, well, how did you feel this week? I felt terrible. And then next week you come and you're like, how'd you feel this week? Well, terrible. Well, why did you feel terrible? Because of this. Oh yeah, that's terrible. Yeah. Okay, next week, how'd you feel this time? Terrible. Well, you're just perpetuating the story. You at some point, you guys, at some point, you have to come out of that. I remember, because I was honestly, you guys, I was depressed. I was anxious. Like when I was younger, I remember being depressed even as a little kid. Even as a little kid, not wanting to be here anymore. Not feeling purposeless, feeling like I meant nothing, feeling insignificant, like I didn't matter. Feeling just angsty, you know? And I remember the day that I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna stop claiming a day lower than an 8. I'm gonna stop claiming a day lower than an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna stop complaining. I'm gonna stop focusing on the negative things in my life and the negative things in myself and do my best to direct my attention. Do my best to focus on what's good. And people say, that's toxic positivity. But if you come to those same people and say, yeah, oh, I'm so depressed, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, yeah, me too. Oh yeah, this is that, oh, let's have a depressed party. And what is that doing for you outside of that conversation? But for you to claim a new idea is toxic positivity, y'all, I'm sorry, in the world that we live in, there's no amount of positivity that could be toxic in the world that we live in. And that's just my opinion. Oh my goodness. You told me to stop lowballing myself with Uber, and I've been making over 300 every day. And the other day I made 670. Ooh, Natoya, boo. Wow, I remember that conversation. 670, that's amazing. And she says she only worked maybe 5 hours. Who's making over $100 an hour doing Uber? Period. What did she say at the end, you guys? Self-concept. Not, I'm broke. And how can I get Uber to give me some money? No, I'm wealthy. I'm in overflow. I'm naturally abundant. So Uber has to give me some money. Period. That's the difference. What do you do if you know someone who isn't aware of their God self and is buying into depression? See them better. See them better. I have done this with people. Just the other day, someone that I love was telling me like, oh, I'm struggling. I don't have this and I don't have that. And as they left, I thought about them and I was like, damn, they're struggling. They don't have this, they don't have that. And then I was like, no, no, they have everything they need. They have everything they need. Forgot about it. The next conversation we had, she's like, oh my God, yeah, every single thing that I needed just happened. Every single thing I needed just happened. It all manifested like one after the other. It just manifested. She was like, yeah, I had everything I needed and then some, actually. Every bill I needed to get paid got paid. And I didn't even realize it until we were halfway in the conversation. I was like, holy shit, this is what I just said. Olivia, for a true manifester, everything is possible, right? Even the craziest thing. Let me tell y'all this, okay? Everything is possible with God. With man, it is impossible. It's crazy. With your muggle brain, with your ego brain, it is impossible and it's crazy. Something that's been on my mind all day is the Bible verse where I think it was Jesus, I'm not sure, but they were saying basically, let not a double-minded man think that he will enter into the kingdom of heaven. And let me tell y'all what that means in consciousness speak. Don't think that you can be a muggle, half muggle and half Godstate and get all the crazy and impossible things out of reality. Don't think that you can have yourself 70% in the God state and say, oh yeah, all I need is this manifestation to happen. And then I'll be my 30% in there too. And think that's gonna happen for you. Don't think that you can sit here and think on things going terribly wrong for you and things go wonderfully right for you, okay? For a true manifester, for someone who is seeing themselves as separate from things, for someone who is seeing themselves as, well, I'm subject to 3D. Yeah, it's impossible. Ooh, shit. Oh, she's saying that. Oh my God. Bad creator. She's saying something's impossible. Yeah. Let me help y'all that stay in the muggle mindset and wonder why shit don't work out for you. Because the mind that perceives the limitation is the limitation. The identity that perceives the limitation and identifies with limitation is the limitation. And until you rise to identifying with God, you're going to continue to miss the mark. You're going to continue to try to manifest shit and not get it. Until you abandon completely that 3D has any fucking thing to do with what you decide and what you create, you're going to continue to spin around and wonder and be mad and be frustrated and come on my live and say, it's not working out for me. Until you decide, I'm God. Everything, I call things forth that are not seen as though they were. As I think, so am I. When I say I am, I'm conditioning the formless energy and I'm putting it into form. Until you come into that understanding, and then I guess you can call yourself a real manifester, then yeah, everything is possible. Everything is possible with God, right? When they asked Jesus the same thing, is this possible? He said, with man, nah, bruh. Nah, not with y'all, not with man. No, it's not possible. But with God, anything is possible. And that's the truth. But if you're God, I'm sorry. And this is the thing, you guys. I want to say this about affirmations, okay? Because the affirmation is conditioning your mind, all right? You are choosing the affirmation as a choice to light up a reality. But as long as your God is in something outside of you, okay? As long as your savior, the thing that can make it all better, is in the hands of something or someone outside of you, you're going to continue to miss the mark. Okay? Okay. Mama K, I would love for you to do my nails because they are fucked up right now. Yes, please do my nails. You know what's so funny? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick revision story and then I'm probably gonna go. But I was like, basically in my nail salon experience has been pretty terrible. Okay, like I have dealt with all kind of stuff getting my nails at all kind of different salons. And I was thinking about this and I thought about it and I was like, damn, I need to revise that. Cause I was like telling my mom all the experiences that I've had with these nail salons and with these people. And I'm telling her all these things. Mind you, this is just for this one city that I've been living in. And I was like, damn, like I need to revise that. I have a bad story around getting my nails done. And so I was like, no, like I don't, like sometimes you guys, sometimes that's all I'll do with revision. I'll be like, I need to revise that. And then it like revises itself. Like, I'm like, I should revise that. And that's enough, right? But I was like, yeah, I need to revise that. Y'all, like a few minutes later, I went on my TikTok and there was a girl like that had DM'd me. Mind you, I don't really check my DMs on TikTok anyways. But there was a girl that had DM'd me and she was like, I would love to do your nails. Like, if you're ever, like, she's in Cali, but she was like, if you're ever in Cali, like, I would love to do your nails. I was like, what the hell? That shit was so instant. Like, oh my gosh. Not poor Harry Potter. Saucy. Wait, no, that's Reality Manifested. I swear I was thinking about that. Ooh, I'm bursting through the limits I created. Now I create exactly what I want. Yes. Love. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm about to slide. I'm about to make y'all another video, okay? I'm intending that this prospers you immensely. There are all kinds of ways for you guys to work with me. In the description, you guys can join the Godstate Remembrance, the Patreon for daily Bible studies. We're studying the Bible metaphysically, and it has helped me and others so freaking much. You guys can join the God Level Manifesting group course that's starting on August 11th. And you guys can work with me one-on-one if you would like to. But other than that, I'm sending you guys so much love. I'm intending this prospers you immensely. I'm absolutely sure that it has. Run it back if you need to. And I will see you guys in a video soon. I love you too, Ashley. All right, you guys. Bye.